Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolutely terrifying digital nightmare. We are looking at a scenario that proves without a doubt how one single, seemingly innocent mistake can drag you straight into a relentless descent into hell. So, let's just dive right into this. We're going to break down the exact timeline of a horrific night where the digital world and the real world collide in the most brutal way imaginable. And the crazy part? It all starts with one really bad decision.
Picture this. Our story kicks off with a guy named Matthias. He's sitting in front of a laptop that, well, clearly doesn't belong to him. After guessing password after password, he actually manages to crack it. The screen lights up, and Matthias is probably thinking, awesome, I just scored a free piece of high-end hardware. He connects it to the Wi-Fi, completely unaware of the lethal trap he just stepped into. He thinks he's the one hacking a device, right? But in reality, he's just opened the front door to something much worse. Section 1. The trap is set. Now, what makes this story so incredibly chilling is how totally normal it begins. It's just an ordinary Skype game night. Matthias connects with his friend group, Serena, Nari, AJ, Damon, and Lex. They're just joking around, complaining about glitchy internet connections, totally oblivious to the fact that their casual little hangout is about to turn into a desperate fight for survival. The suspense ramps up literally immediately. The very second Matthias connects this laptop to the internet, boom, the webcam light turns on by itself. He hasn't clicked a thing. Naturally, he gets spooked and quickly covers it up, wondering what on earth could have triggered it. His friends even point out how amazingly clear and high-res his video feed is. And listen, that right there is our first massive red flag that this machine is built for something way beyond watching YouTube videos. So the laptop keeps freezing up, even though there are barely any visible files on the desktop. Matthias's friend Damon suggests running a diagnostic tool, and that is when they uncover a staggering 900 gigabytes of hidden, heavily encrypted space just eating up the hard drive. 900 gigs? To put that in perspective, that is nearly a full terabyte of invisible data. We're not talking about a few forgotten vacation photos here. This is a massive, deliberately concealed vault of secrets. Section 2. The Descent, the River, and Charon. Okay, so Matthias actually manages to unhide these folders, and in doing so, he crosses the ultimate point of no return. He finds this weird application labeled The River. The absolute second he clicks it, the laptop runs through this complex, untraceable web of VPNs, plunging Matthias straight into the deepest, darkest corners of the dark web. His friends are watching all this via screen share, and you can literally see the color drain from his face. Inside the river, Matthias stumbles into a chat room. But the users in here, they all share the exact same chilling name, Charon, followed by different numbers. Damon is the one who quickly pieces together the dark mythological dread woven into this whole network. Charon, if you don't know, is the ferryman from Greek mythology who transports dead souls across the river to the underworld. So the original owner of this laptop isn't some guy named Noor, like his fake Facebook profile claimed. No, his real moniker is Charon Fourth. And things escalate so fast from here. Those 900 gigabytes, they are filled with hundreds of hidden surveillance videos of people who have absolutely no idea they're being watched. But it gets so much darker. There was a whole folder of kidnapped girls being tortured. This includes recent horrific footage of a missing 17-year-old named Erica Dunn, who actually has a terrifying hole drilled right into her skull in the video. The friend group realizes, with this mounting, suffocating panic, that these aren't just video files. These are sick, twisted trophies of very real, ongoing crimes. And then, the true, terrifying scale of the danger becomes crystal clear. Tucked away inside a hidden accounts file, Matthias discovers a Bitcoin wallet. And it is holding approximately $10 million. Just let that sink in for a second. $10 million. This absolute fortune belongs to Charon, a completely ruthless dark web operator. And Matthias is currently sitting in this guy's digital living room, holding the keys to the vault. Section 3. The Fatal Gambit. While Charon 4 realizes his missing laptop is suddenly back online, he tracks Matthias down and starts firing off these menacing messages, demanding the computer back. He explicitly warns Matthias not to breathe a word of this to his girlfriend, Amaya, or she's going to be the first one to suffer. Matthias is completely cornered now, and this leads to the ultimate, fatal mistake that seals the fate of his entire friend group. Operating on pure, terrified logic, Matthias throws together a desperate plan. He figures the only way out of this nightmare is leverage. So,
he does the unthinkable. He steals the entire $10 million in Bitcoin, transferring it directly to his own personal account. His plan? Hold the fortune hostage from the syndicate of hackers to absolutely guarantee Amaya's safety. Matthias delivers this grim, desperate ultimatum to the hackers. The money won't return until she is safely home. It is a massive, bold move, but it backfires catastrophically. Because at this exact, precise moment, Matthias stops being just some minor nuisance who swiped a laptop. He instantly becomes the #1 priority target for an entire network of sociopaths.
Section 4. Systematic terror. Because there is no escape. You see, the hackers don't just get mad and retaliate. They manipulate the digital and physical worlds to systematically, methodically slaughter this friend group. They want to prove that they have access to absolutely everything: security cameras, school records, personal bank accounts, and even emergency services.
What follows is a cold, calculated, ticking clock of death. First, Amaya's roommate Kelly is brutally suffocated on camera. Then the group is forced to watch in absolute horror as their friend Lex is shoved off a school roof on a live video feed. And in what might be the most disturbing display of their digital power, the hackers splice together old audio clips of AJ's voice to generate a fake 911 threat. The police show up to AJ's house, the hackers blast pre-recorded gunshots through his computer speakers, and the cops shoot him dead in his own home. It is quite literally remote-controlled murder.
But the sheer, unadulterated sadism of these hackers is really unleashed when they force Serena into the cruelest trap you could possibly imagine. They pull up 2 live video feeds side by side on her screen. On the left, Serena's mother, who is currently on life support in the hospital. On the right, her best friend Nari, just standing alone at a train station. A hacker named Charon tells Serena she has to choose who lives and who dies, while this merciless countdown timer ticks away right in front of her. It is a completely impossible choice, and naturally, Serena hesitates. The countdown reaches 0. The hackers instantly murder both women simultaneously. And the truly awful part? Before Serena even has a second to process the mind-numbing grief of losing her mom and her best friend at the same time, the hackers arrive at her front door and kill her too. The circle is closing fast. Section 5. The Grand Illusion. The true, horrifying goal of this entire night wasn't just to silence Matthias and his friends. No, it was much bigger than that. It was to craft an elaborate, completely inescapable frame-up to cover their own tracks. These hackers orchestrate a completely meticulous digital frame-up. Damon is hanged by a hacker right in his bedroom, while a perfectly fabricated suicide confession is simultaneously typed out on his monitor. Meanwhile, the syndicate is using advanced AI deepfake tech to seamlessly swap their own faces with Matthias's face in the crime videos. And the cherry on top? While Matthias is running around desperately trying to find Amaya, they physically plant the dead body of the missing girl, Erica Dunn, right inside his bedroom closet. When the police eventually show up, they are going to find a perfect, digitally airtight trail pinning every single atrocity on Matthias and his dead friends. And the tragic irony of it all really peaks right here. Earlier in the explainer, we learned Matthias had been building a custom translation app called Papaya, designed specifically for his deaf girlfriend, Amaya. Well, the hackers hijack this exact app. They take this tool he built entirely out of love, and they use it to send her fake instructions, luring her straight to an abandoned building. Matthias has to watch helplessly through his screen as the love of his life walks right into their trap and is murdered. And just when you think it can't get any worse, here comes the sickening twist that reframes the entire night. A poll suddenly pops up on Matthias's screen. As it turns out, a live audience of thousands of dark web users has been watching this entire horrific ordeal unfold in real time. This whole night, it was a show for them. And right now, this invisible, twisted audience is casting their votes on whether Matthias should live or die. The audience casts their votes. Matthias is just wandering the street, totally broken, sobbing over the loss of his friends and his girlfriend. And out of nowhere, a vehicle accelerates and brutally runs him down, leaving him dead on the pavement. The game ends, exactly the way the viewers demanded. The true, lingering horror of this night boils down to one chilling realization. Everything was a live stream to entertain the dark web. Matthias, Serena, Damon, the whole group, they were never just random victims in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were unwittingly cast as the lead actors in a highly produced, absolutely sadistic online snuff film designed to entertain a depraved audience while perfectly framing innocent people for a syndicate's crimes. As we wrap up this explainer today, I really want you to think back to how this all started. A random laptop, a basic Wi-Fi connection, a tiny green camera light turning on all by itself. It really makes you wonder about the devices sitting right in front of you right now, doesn't it? So the question I'll leave you with today is this. When that little green light turns on, who is really watching through your camera?